And just pick out a few games. Juventus, Parma, 25 minutes played, still goalless. AC Milan at Fiorentina, 25 minutes already played, still goalless. We have Catania at home to Napoli. Napoli are a goal up in that one. And then you have Atalanta 1-0 up over Livorno. These are results of games currently going on in the Italian Serie A. I will talk more about these games as we go along on Sports Tonight, just to make you understand that we will update you with all those results on the show tonight. In case you're not able to watch them, you'll get all the updates on the program tonight. So let's go on our first break. And this time, we're coming home. Yesterday, Super Eagles coach Stephen Keshi had a meeting, a parley with the media. One of the sponsors, the official candy of the Super Eagles, Tom Tom, brought Keshi together with top sports editors and top sports personalities. And we were throwing all kinds of questions at Stephen Keshi. But we've picked out one of what he said for you on the program tonight, and that one is what concerns us, the 2014 World Cup. What is Keshi's plan? What is the program for the 2014 World Cup? Let's sit back, listen to Stephen Keshi. We'll come back for more on Sports Tonight.
Better organization, better planning, everything, all hands on deck, and we just do what we need to do. Every department of our being going to World Cup and be successful need to play their game professionally and 100%. Nigeria is blessed with a lot of players, and unfortunately we cannot have all the players. So we have to do with 23-man team, and for us it's a little bit difficult because football, World Cup is the biggest stage. Every football player wants to play. So everybody's doing what he has to do to be seen or to be given opportunity to go to the World Cup. We just leave everything and see how, it takes shape. And we try. The most important thing is to give best 23-man leagues to Nigerians or for Nigerians to be happy about. And there's no other sentiment. No way. There's no negotiation on that.
All right, that's Coach Stephen Keshi speaking yesterday. The World Cup is a big one, and Keshi says he has a personal target that he has set for himself, which is to go one game at a time, hopefully until the end of the tournament. That, for me, means playing up till the final day of the tournament. And I think it also means playing in the final. And if you win one game at a time, Tunde, and you keep winning one game at a time, and you are in the competition until the final day and you win, you're a world champion.
7 games to glory.
But you're a world champion.
Well, those 7 games might also include a third place. A third place show.
On the final day.
But you're hoping
on the final day. Third place
would
be the day before the final.
I think if he does that, there's there's no doubt regarding his legendary status in Nigerian football. But if he does that, I think he will forever cement himself as one of definitely the greatest coach in Africa. And definitely amongst one of the world's greatest. But it seems a tough call, but it's not an impossibility. A Greek team that nobody gave any...
€1.
They didn't even give them a snowball chance in hell, yet they won the
Korea
European
played in the third
Korea
place.
played in the third place in the world. So the thing about football, it's a very interesting game. Just the luck of the draw, the luck of the bounce.
And the determined bond,
I've seen a shot that was going towards the corner flag, hit someone by the side of the head, and
that can happen in one game.
Yeah, but
you probably won't get that in 7 games.
I agree, but
you need to put in a lot of work as well, a lot of planning, a lot of preparation for luck to even favor you when it needs to favor you.
But you know what they say about success being luck meeting preparation. So if you prepared well, and you do have the element of luck on your side, then there's almost nothing you can't achieve.
But the issue of a 35-man squad also comes up for Keshi. Next week, he has to meet the NFF technical department, technical subcommittee led by Barrister Chris, and talk about 35-man squad. I've always said it, I don't have a problem with a committee asking a few questions about why is this player in, why is that player not in. If the coach really has picked the team that he believes will deliver for him, he will be able to defend whoever has called up to the squad.
The question here now regards what a lot of people feel is that who are these men that are on this committee? Are they competent to ask such questions? That is the major thing here. Are they just appointees?
Former national team coaches, former national team captains.
Exactly.
Respected FIFA general coordinator.
Exactly.
I think when you look at the pedigree of the men on the technical subcommittee, you may not fault their
You may not
ability.
feel their ability.
Yeah,
But you must
to ask this question.
They must also understand one very important fact, that at the end of the day, they
The
will
buck
not
stops
face
on Keshi's
they will
table.
not face the chop when anything happens. These same men were there when Samson Siasia unfortunately failed. It was Siasia that was sacked.
They were almost chased away. Too.
None of these men fell on their sword. If it was in other crimes, they would have all honorably resigned, which they didn't do.
It depends. If they played a role and the man in charge didn't maybe follow through.
So you are saying they did not play a role?
I don't know. But
Let me ask a question. On the 35-man list, are they going to remove some names, or because they need to
They
vet
cannot.
the
They
list?
do not.
They
I don't
can't
think
do
they
that.
have the power.
They have not.
No
they
power.
have never, since they started meeting with Keshi, I'm not sure about other coaches, they've never removed any player from the list that he submits. It's just a routine. Why is this player there? Why is this one not there? And then you explain, you defend. No, this one is younger, is faster, is stronger.
I think it's just the principle of checks and balances that exists in democracy as well.
It's not witch hunting.
There is a danger of giving a coach too much power. Yes, Keshi is a performer. His records speak for him. But there's also the danger that he might begin to become a bit too complacent and certainly overconfident. So I think
just a check.
Just a check.
Routine check.
You know, so there's nothing wrong with rubbing minds with your colleagues, men who have been there and done that, who also have experience in different spheres, and you know, just to find a common ground as regards whether this player should be there. If they have information regards how that player has performed over the season, whether he's currently injured, all these things can be ironed out and sorted out with the coach. But none of these men have the power to remove a single name from the list. It all stops with Steve Keshi.
Keshi's table. Sisi, let's come to you very quickly. We've talked a lot already about the Eagles and Keshi and the World Cup. Let's talk about the World Cup that is currently going on for the girls, for the under-17 girls. And Sisi, quarterfinal matches. In case you have forgotten, I think what we'll do is to start by showing you once again the fixtures for the quarterfinals. Sisi, I'm sure you can take us through.
Yes, we have Venezuela and Canada, Ghana, Italy, Japan, Mexico, Nigeria, and Spain. And these matches will start Thursday night till Friday morning. Thursday night till Friday morning.
In Costa Rica.
Thursday afternoon in Costa Rica. But
Friday
Thursday
morning.
night in Nigeria to Friday morning. The first game will be 8 p.m. Our own game is 3 a.m. Yes, that's our own game against Spain. For Nigeria, I think this is, we were actually praying before that we don't want to face Japan. We need to beat Mexico as much as 3 goals, which we did. And of course, we got to this stage. If you check Spain, their last game was 7-1 against Paraguay. So that means it's another high-scoring side. So I think Nigeria need all they can to actually ensure that they can beat Spain to actually cross this quarter-final hurdle, because that's always the greatest challenge. Getting to the quarter-finals, not gone past it.
Ghana played up to the semi-finals the last time, and the third place.
Of course, they finished third and even beating Germany, so it was really a good one for them. So Ghana, of course, they're really looking to actually still get to that semi-final in this particular tournament. But for Nigeria, I think they need the strikers to start scoring, because we can't just rely on...
we scored 3 in our last game.
3, yes. And check...
Yezo hasn't scored yet.
She hasn't. That's the person everyone is actually looking forward to.
Someone actually
put me and say she can play Spain in our training camp in Portugal.
We were supposed to play them in a friendly.
We were supposed to.
It was cancelled. It was cancelled. But interestingly for me, we're going to talk about the Falcons now. Interestingly for me, from this fixture, we talked about it when the fixtures came out. If Nigeria can take out Spain in the quarterfinals and Ghana takes out Italy in the quarterfinals, what you are going to have in the semifinals is the West African Derby. Nigeria, Ghana.
And of course, we can always beat Ghana and get to the finals.
We beat them in the build-up. You know, the interesting thing about Ghana, we beat them twice in the build-up.
Home and away, yes.
Home and away in the build-up. But when it gets to a neutral ground and it gets to a crucial stage like the FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup, you throw all those results away and try to fight on that day.
The pitch.
All right, but it's still a long way off. Let's take out Spain. Let them take out Italy before we talk about West African Derby in Costa Rica. The Falcons, what's the mandate?
Yeah, of course, semi-finals. Not just semi-finals, get to the third place and pick a ticket for the 2015 World Cup in Canada. The Secretary General of Nigerian Football Federation came up with this and said they must at least get to the third place for the African Women Championship taking place later this year in October, that's in Namibia. For the Super Falcons, they will resume camp at the end of this month, just almost like first week of April. And of course, they will play a friendly before they play their game for the final qualifiers. Of course, they will be playing the Lioness of Cameroon on the 15th.